Hello everyone, my name is Ryan McClure, thank you for coming. I'd like to begin with a story about the first speech I was ever asked to give. I had taken a sociology class in high school, and the teacher came in on the first day, went over the syllabus, and then asked us to go home, prepare a speech, come in the next day, and give it to the class to tell them a little bit about ourselves. But instead of that, I went directly to the office, dropped out of sociology, and enrolled in art. So today, as I talk to you about some of my interests, motivations, and future plans, I'm actually going to tell you a little bit about myself. The first thing I'd like to talk about is some of my interests. I'm a giant fan of music, but as a young child, I thought I hated music because all I'd ever heard was country. I cannot stand country music. So I just assumed that I hated all music. But as I grew older, I developed an interest in classic rock and alternative music. And since then, I've been fortunate enough to go to a few music festivals and several concerts, including Paul McCartney, Eric Clapton, Vampire Weekend, and local natives. Another interest of mine is gaming. I've played video games my whole life, and as a child, I would play Super Mario on the Super Nintendo, and as an adult, I played Destiny on the PS4. And I love playing video games so much that I actually tried making my own video game. And while I don't have a Game of the Year yet, I'm still trying. Another thing I enjoy in gaming is tabletop games. I still like to play most of the classics, like Monopoly and Settlers of Catan, but I also back Kickstarter games. I do this because it gives me access to unique games, and it helps support creative game makers and help them get a head start. And of course, I'm also a Dungeons & Dragons fan. We play every Sunday, and it's a great way to encourage creativity and get all your friends together. The next thing I'd like to talk about is some of my motivations. My father was born to a very poor family, and his family moved around a lot, and his mother actually died when he was 16. And shortly after that, he was drafted into the military, where he served in the Korean War and served on the border between North and South Korea. And even after all that, he still managed to go to college on a GI Bill. And he's always telling me, Ryan, if I can do it, you can do it. My mother is also a source of motivation for me. She was born to a family of business owners, but instead decided to go to college to be a school teacher. And she's also very hardworking. She spent 35 years as a kindergarten teacher, and even after she retired, she opened up a preschool. The last thing I'd like to talk to you about is some of my future plans. Me and my wife have considered joining the Peace Corps after graduation. We think this would be great because it gives us an opportunity to help others, and we can do this by offering technical help to developing countries and hopefully make life easier for those we come into contact with. It'll also give us a chance to explore foreign culture. We can do this because we'll be living with a host family, and it will give us a chance to see society, or give us a chance to see the highs and lows of society in a way that normal tourists can't. And after we return from the Peace Corps, I'd like to start work in my chosen career. I'd like to do this by maybe moving to a city to become a network administrator and maybe finding a startup needing IT work. Or I could work from home and just do graphic design, which will give me the ability to live anywhere I want. So in conclusion, thank you again for being here. Today I've told you about some of my interests in video games, talked about my motivations in my mother and father, and discussed some future plans after graduation. Hopefully, with the information you've received here, you've learned a little about me, and maybe I've encouraged you to do some self-reflection of your own. Thank you.